Our growers have done several tests on NutriSphere, and what they've found consistently is that whether they're using it on their pre-nitrogen, lay-by nitrogen, or even a late season through the irrigation, fertigation nitrogen source, that it's doing a good job keeping the nitrogen right where it needs to be in the root zone so the plant can use it throughout the growing season.
We've used it to stabilize all fertilizers. We need that fertilizer to stay where it was put for the plant, not flowing downstream, not going straight up in the air, and not being pulled along with the water into the groundwater. We need that young plant to have the nutrition at the right time, and those products do give us that release at the right time. We've been really pleased with the performance of NutriSphere and with nitrogen stabilization, releasing nitrogen when we need it, available for the plants when they need it.
In the last couple of years, we've had excessive amount of rain, more than normal by far, and we've seen through tissue samples, soil samples, where there's actually been more nitrogen available to the plant versus untreated. NutriSphere is a great product that helps stabilize nitrogen, which agronomically, economically, and environmentally is a big thing right now. Getting the most bang for your buck, per se, or the most efficient use of your nitrogen. And we use NutriSphere in 3 different ways: on dry urea, liquid 32%, and also on ammonia. If you can go out and apply the nitrogen and it more be available, or when the plant needs it, that's less applications, so that saves them money, and then also makes more bushels.
We actually use NutriSphere on every application that we make of nitrogen on the farm. We did do some side-by-sides with it. We were seeing a 20 to 30 pound difference. I think that showed itself as a big enough benefit, so we use it every time we make an application of nitrogen. We've definitely seen some yield increases since we've started using NutriSphere, but I think it comes down to more just the standability of the crop and the late season vigor that it has due to our nitrogen being able to be up, used and it lasts all the way into that part of the season.
Frontier Co-op uses Avail in a lot of different situations. Probably the area we use it the most is when we get in our Platte River Valley and we get into high pHs. That seems to be where we see the biggest response, whether it's on our 1152O that we're applying during the fall or in starter and furrow. Frontier Cooperative's customers are using Avail to help the corn plant get the phosphorus molecule. And so what they're doing in that process is they're treating their dry fertilizer that's going out in the fall on the high pH farms. That'll help where we could have irons and different metals that could tie up that phosphor molecule. Avail is helping it so that it's more available to the plant in the springtime and throughout the growing season.
We've had a lot of issues with nutrient tie-up, mainly phosphate tie-up because of high pH. We've started using Avail there and we've seen some really nice results with that as far as that phosphate not being bound up and unusable during the season. This year we actually banded our 1152O with Avail. We've seen much better height and color and vigor. I would say we've seen visual benefits of it.